feed the piggies some kettle corn.
So as you can see, Phil accidentally dropped one of the bags of corn into the corn pile, so this is him trying to retrieve it without having to actually go into the pig pen, which is gross.
Okay, piglets. Come on, piglets. This is the repurposed kettle corn. We'll see here in a little while how much work the pigs do on it. Right now they're a little bit spooked because I just dumped a bunch in here. So we'll see what they do. Hey, piglets. Hey, pig. Hey, pig. This is pretty much par for the course for us. Big fans, huge. You can't see the one in the back laying there who's like eating it while laying down. What's up, guys? This is courtesy of Uncle Ron's kettle corn. This is sort of repurposing of parts that would normally be thrown away. So as you can see, the one here in the back, they've been in their waller already this morning because it's a little bit warm today. I don't know, be all weird. So I think we've probably covered this before, but these guys are large black red wattle hog crosses, and they're about 6 months old, and they're a little small. I'm not sure what to count that for. I bet 150, maybe that larger one there. So they're both sows. That could be part of it. Anyway, loving it. Yeah, loving it, right? Right? Am I right? We have a new development in the chickens over here. See here in the back, this guy is Rooster. He is a feral rooster who has been here resident on the farm about 5 years. He escaped at one time from some previous chickens we had, and the rest of those chickens ended up getting whacked by a raccoon or something. And he and his mother survived. He is half American game and half Easter egger. And he and I think a sister chicken of his have been feral out here for, I don't know, like five years probably. So he's about a 5-year-old rooster. And so far he's been really avoiding coming over here, but he has now since flown the fence and now is starting to hang out with these, which we're not sure how Bob the rooster feels about this, but there haven't been any, Bob the rooster, haven't been any like major problems. But being half game, who knows if he'll end up staying a good citizen or whatever. We used to call him Blue because at one time His chest was kind of blue colored, but he's turned red over his age, so I guess we're gonna call him Red now. Anyway, interesting developments in the chicken world. So Mindy wanted me to get some video of letting the chickens out in the morning. Oh, we got an interloper chicken in here. Well, guys. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob Chicken. Come on, Mr. Bob. So this is our current flock. Over on the left you can see the rooster who's been feral on the farm for some time. We call him Red. He used to be blue, but now he turned red, so we call him Red. And you can see all the ladies. Most of these hens are Cuckoo Marron. There's a few Easter eggers in there. And there's a few small cockerels. They're gonna be heading to freezer camp here in a few months. You can see staying in the chicken tractor, there's a hen looking out. That's actually an older hen from my mom and dad's house. She lays a couple eggs here and there. There she is down. Not exactly sure what kind she is, one of those feather-legged varieties. And she's a pretty good little hen. She had no skin on her head when she came over. But anyway, that's our guy. He picks on everybody until he's done eating, and then he's fine. He hasn't attacked anybody yet, which is good, seeing as how his mother was a game rooster. Or a game hen, rather. But anyway, release the Kraken! So over in this chicken tractor, we have some American breast chickens. You can see their pretty little blue legs. I think there's like 20 of them in here or something. We move this thing pretty frequently. There's our food and water. We were looking for an alternative to Cornish cross because, well, anybody that's raised Cornish cross will tell you they're pretty gross. These guys are kind of gross in their own right. They don't roost really well, and so we've had to move them very frequently because they will sit right in their own poop. But we'll see. We'll see how they come along. I'm hoping that as they get older and molt, maybe they'll get longer legs and start roosting more and not be quite such a mess. But anyway, American breasts. Nice little pullet right there. You can tell the pullets and the cockerels apart pretty easily. So hopefully we'll have a nice breeding program of these guys eventually, but this is just the starters. And I think these were Greenfire Farms stock at some point in the past. Minor problems I've been running into is that we got a perch over here, no perch over here, and so we're going to try to put some shelf brackets up in a 1x4 and see how. About 5 minutes later, got ourselves a little perch there. So we'll see how they like it. I didn't stain this one, but you know, it's kind of a light duty temporary type thing, so we'll see how it turns out. So this is our modification to the nesting box area. I wasn't finding any eggs from the red chicken, and I'm thinking that probably they were stepping on them. We couldn't find any shells, so maybe she's just in molt. But anyway, here's a couple of upside down $2 tubs that I have nailed into it, well, screwed into it, and filled it all up with hay, and we'll see if she lays eggs in there. Alrighty. as an addition to the old roost mod that maybe gives them somewhere else and they're not all standing on top of this.
So just wanted to show you guys today's harvest. We did get a little bit more out of the garden than I had expected after the whole debacle with the deer. Our onions have been completely overgrown, but as I was kind of walking through the garden, I kicked something and I realized it was an onion. So I started just kind of moving my feet through the garden, and I was able to find 4 onions actually, which is kind of nice. And then these are some tomatoes that we have. I just harvested and cleaned some of our lettuce. We have some really nice lettuce growing up front, and this is that, I keep going back to it, this one right here is that curly red-headed lettuce, and that's pretty good stuff. I like it. These are the reject tomatoes that we'll just eat in a salad tonight because they're split or they're a little bit mushy. And then over here we got some butternut squash and some zucchini and some spaghetti squash, which I'm going to cook tonight, and then some cucumbers. And I took some of the butternut squash and I'm making butternut squash french fries, kind of. I just realized that I forgot to set a timer on that, so I have to remember that here in a minute. So my next step is I'm going to be going out to the decoy garden and looking for some corn and see if the beans that were growing on there ever grew anything. I'm sure that they did, but I think that they probably got eaten by the deer as well. So I'm gonna walk out there and I'll start back again when I'm out there. So my gimbal just died on me, so this is just handheld right now. This is our regular butter lettuce and the last little head of that red-headed lettuce. And we've got some Brussels sprouts, which really just didn't do much. Too many in there is what the problem is. We'd have probably done great if we had 2 plants in there. Just harvested some of these tomatoes. I left some on the vine. Got these great bird chilies. And over here we've got some anchos. They're looking pretty good. And leave those on there a little bit, let them get a little longer. Okra here is growing. And we finally have seen the last of our squash in this garden. And then over there we've got our mint and some peppers and things like that. So that's our top garden. We're gonna keep replanting that lettuce as long as we can because it's growing really well for us, and it's nice to have fresh lettuce every night. So tonight for dinner we're gonna have that roasted butternut squash, or butternut fries as I like to call them, and some hamburger patties, and we're going to just wrap those in some of the lettuce. Look at this garden. It's just unbelievable. It's hard to believe I can even harvest anything out of here now. But next year we will do better. We have this, actually it's sitting right here. We just didn't put it out this year. All of this black plasticky stuff that we're going to use to put over the garden next year to help with the whole weed situation. But now we're walking over to the decoy garden. It's very interesting, I think, the way that the garden has grown. You've got over here, like as it goes down the hill, the stalks just get shorter and shorter. That's probably because that's where the deer stop. They're like, oh, this looks good. I think I'll just stay here and get fat. Too bad our freezers are full this year because we probably won't be hunting any deer this year because we don't have anywhere to put them. But this is the corn garden. There are definitely more corn ears on here, so I'll be going in here and picking it. I just want to give you guys an idea how tall this corn is. I'm going to flip this around here for a sec. So here I am. This is the corn garden. I'm going to keep going up. Just go like that. So the corn stands about 3-4 feet taller than me in some places. It's really tall corn, but it's not very prolific corn, so that doesn't make it a good crop to grow
for the house. It's pretty humid out here, can you tell? It's not a good crop to grow for the house or for eating, but you can eat this corn if you get it off the stalks early enough. So that's my goal right now, is to get this corn off the stalks and take some inside, and we'll have some of that with our dinner tonight. So here's an ear of corn right here. That one's probably too small to harvest. The ones here on the outside, everyone I've seen out here is too small, but I got some bigger ones from inside last time I was out here. So I'm just going to start foraying once again into the, if I scream really, really loud, it's because I found a snake and I don't like snakes. So, yeah. So if the phone drops and I'm screaming bloody murder, I'm okay. I just saw a snake. Now, let me just say, I don't think we should do anything bad to snakes. Snakes are good for us. They do good things for our gardens. They do good things for our homes. They get rid of all kinds of nasty little pests. But I personally don't like to walk up to them and find them in front of me. Ooh, here's a nice corn. So there's a really nice piece of corn right here. Not too big, not too small. And I'm just gonna pop that right off. Boom. Corn. Okay, so you probably don't want to watch me keep doing that. And like I said, this is what the garden looks like after the deer just, we've seen this once before, but it just amazes me what kind of destruction those dumb things can do. But I see a really nice couple of ears over there. So I'm gonna head over there and then go back inside and we'll cook this stuff up for dinner. So here's the harvest from the tall garden. Not too bad, not too bad. We even found some of the pole beans. Cut a few of those down, probably just saute those and have them with dinner tonight. So tonight we're gonna cook some hamburger from the cow that we raised. And since I got the grill going, I'm trying to thaw this out right now. I'm just gonna thaw out some pork ribs from our pig from last year. We'll throw those on the grill too, just to get them flavored, and then we'll probably throw them in the oven to cook them the rest of the way. And some surfers. But I hate starting the grill and just like running the grill for 4 hamburgers. That just drives me crazy. And then I may even make some barbecue sauce out of this stuff. I'm thinking about it. But I've already worked all day and it's almost 6 o'clock, so I may not get that creative tonight because I still have to prepare and can all of this. Yay! So anyways, that's where we're at right now.
Thank you for watching The Idiot Farmers. If you like it, please click like and share. Give us a big thumbs up. These are some pictures of the food that I finished at the end of the day that day. We have some roasted corn with some Mexican cheese on it. We have our corn that's ready to be canned and our roasted butternut squash. So we enjoy doing this show for you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, just leave us a comment below. Thanks and have a good day.